still wheel to wheel through turn 8. Still holding on. Fantastic racing between the two. And the driver from the UK will have the inside run to hold him down the inside, and he will do so. Regan and Christoph watching the action unfold. Regan has a better run. He has the inside now. Now Milana, can he get this one through? Chop the nose potentially. Don't want a repeat of Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber at this part of the circuit, making contact between each other. Jay's got the inside line, though. You also see Giuseppe having a move on Saselski. Milana, inside line. Can Jay hold on to the final corner? Just about. Yes, he can. Fazio, oh, a bit of a hip check there from Jay. And now it's 3 wide over the start-finish line. And Fazio will try to get the move here into one. Very close action. And Giuseppe through he goes. He'll get the move done. Meanwhile, gap has opened up. Cody Lawrence has been able to stretch his wings. It's 1.9. And Ramau deciding not to go for the overtake, but Anna is clearly making mistakes. I don't know how used those tires are, but now it's the fight for second place. And Ramau has got the outside run in 8. This quadruple apex. It's a singular line, you may think, but how small these cars are, they can make some moves here. And Ramau is all over the rear. He's got the outside line, and this is a huge opportunity to get the move done here. Outside here, cutting over the curb, trying to get the run. He's made contact with Adam. He has made contact with Anna. Adam, oh, he's gone through the barrier. He's flipping. He is out of the circuit. And Adam is out of the race. He's won race 1 in Miami and race 2. He's won race 1 in Montreal and race 2. That's 4. Count them 4. This race win is going to be number 5. It's victory for Cody Lawrence. Down to second position, it's Christian Ramau, who will take up P2, but a penalty might come his way for the action against Anna Adam. And P3 will go down to Gabriel Costa. 4 lights on the board. It's race number 2, and we go racing. A lot cleaner for all the drivers there. Somebody's had a slow start. They've gone around him, and Giuseppe leads us off. Matos to the inside, cannot get the move done. Layla will have the outside run, and Ferreyes has some trouble there, losing the rear end, but doesn't clout into any of the drivers as they head up the hill for the right-hander, but into the left-hander. It's Layla who gets the move done on Matos, and Eamon will send it up against Regan Milana. And Regan will go around to the outside trying to get this move done early on, but can't get it done, and Eamon will be firmly up, trying to fight for the podium. Layla goes wide, though. Mistake from her, and Matos will have the move here on the outside as they head up the hill for the right-hander. Right-hander it is. Layla will dive it down. Eamon will also slide it up the inside, and Matos has been sent off circuit. And Regan Milana also having a chance to fight through into turn 8. The battle for P1 slipstream. The inside line is open, and through goes Eamon Asseir, and he takes the lead of the Turkish Grand Prix. But Giuseppe will still fight back, and it's side by side for the race lead. Eamon will have the inside for turn 8. The quadruple apex. 1, 2, 3. The 4th apex comes up now, and Eamon will hold on to the lead, but Giuseppe will try to get the run here as they go into the downhill left-hander. It's going to be an all Hail Mary, but no, Giuseppe will go to the outside, trying to open up the corner. Big jet. Oh, he's taking him out. Why? He's taking him out. Oh, no. Once again, it's trouble for Eamon, and Eamon Asseir has been stripped away from victory. Giuseppe. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. That is a slam dunk penalty there for Giuseppe. Absolute stellar. Cody looks like he's got it. Layla, watch the space there. She's in the middle. 3 wide as they head into the left-hander. Regan locks up. Cody can't pull the switchback. Milan has the outside. Lawrence, Perez, watch out for them. Round out the final corner. And Diego sent a dive up Cody Lawrence. What a run. Cannot hold on. Look at this Paca. This is absolute fantastic racing. Cody Lawrence to the inside. Has an opportunity. Has a dive waiting for him. Milana. Does he hold on? Layla firmly able to hold on to this gap and stay ahead. Now we watch this fight here down the rear. Cody Lawrence holding on against Diego Perez, and Milana having a great job defending, but Cody, I think he's having enough here. Almost fed up there. Thought he was going to dive it. Diego Perez tried to look for the move there. Cody has the outside run there. Beautifully done there. He'll have the inside this time by against Regan Milana, and you know what? Cody's going to get it done. Lawrence is up there to third. Regan, however, knows this is the fight. This is his fight here. He's going to send it down the inside. Keep those wheels ahead to hold on to the racing battle. And now they head into the third turn 8 section here as Ramau has an opportunity to fight against Perez. Regan may be backing out of this time, but he'll try to line himself up for the next battle down the straight. And Perez doing a great job of keeping up with this battle here, might I say. And here we go. Regan Milana, can he muster up something to fight here? Remember, Cody still has to get past Layla, provided Layla does not make a mistake and make Lawrence's battle any easier. Through to 1, Costa. Inside line there, 2 drivers going deep. It's Ramau and Costa. Remember their teammates? Watch out for Perez. Side by side, it's 3 wide for the moment, but Diego, he's kind of going slow up there. There is Daniel Matos, and Ramau rounding out the outside, now inside run. Matos swipes through Perez. They're side by side between each other. Now Matos trying to get this run here on Diego, and can't get it done there. Now Costa has to fight through. Meanwhile, Ramau, oh, he was tagged. Oh, trouble. 3 cars. Safety car deployed. Safety car deployed. So all drivers slowing down their pace. He can catch up to the leader, but there's no overtaking from this point. Green flag, green flag, green flag, green flag. And underway. Diego's been caught napping there. And we're racing. And Cody Lawrence with the Superman start has the run on Layla. And Cody will take the lead. Even though he was taken out from that start there, he's launched his way through. Fantastic effort. Layla will try to get back through. Her opportunity for race victory may be losing out here. Eamon Asseir has an opportunity as they head around the final corner now. But rounding it out, it's green and it's racing there. Layla's dropped down 3 spots. And it's green from here to the very end. Wow, what a start here. Cody's got the jump. He was even taken out and he dropped a spot. He was supposed to start second. A controversial one indeed. People not following the rules. Up at the front, we have the break news because for the lead, it's side by side. Eamon Asseir, Cody Lawrence. Eamon, he's got the run, but it's a switchback potentially. No, Eamon Asseir has taken the lead. Eamon Asseir has taken the lead of the race. Absolute sensational. Cody Lawrence. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. I wonder if he has damage. Eamon's run deep off circuit. And Eamon's going to do everything to fight, to hold on. Cody will do the same. 5/10, it's going down fast and the slipstream is underway. Who is it going to be? It should be the final lap. Eamon Asseir has got 3 corners to take down Cody. Limping. Cody is limping to the end. Inside, left-hander, right. 1 chance, 1 dive. Cody goes deep. Eamon Asseir rounding out the final corner. Our stream doesn't say it, but isn't it? Isn't it? Is it the final lap? It is. Eamon's done it. Eamon has slain the streak. Eamon has won. the Turkish Grand Prix. Cody's in second. Christian's to third. Costa, Adam. I'm absolutely speechless. It's a side-by-side photo finish to the end. Perez and Matos. And that is one of the craziest endings to a Grand Prix I've ever seen in CMRC history. Eamon Espeir, he beat Cody. That's what the headlines are going to read. Ladies and gentlemen, it's one round to do it in Formula 4. Welcome to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, and it is time for the finale of the Formula 4 Sprint Championship. We are here live at the birthplace of Formula 1 at Silverstone, but we're cutting it half because it's the national layout as we get ready to go for racing. And qualifying has really stirred up something quite interesting. Take a look at it. Claudio Jr. has taken his first pole position in CMRSC, followed by Anna Adam and Diego Perez, Jay Kirkham, and Eamon Espeir, Evan Steinberg. Your top six there. We'll get some more drivers onto the grid. What an interesting qualifying session that has turned out to be. And now we're getting ready for the big one too. 30-minute races coming your way shortly. And that will do it here. First and foremost, shout out to Evan Steinberg, who gave us a great track skin here that we're going to be using. It's very fantastic. And of course, use code CMRSC on Thrustmaster checkout to save yourself a bit of moolah, and all proceeds go right back to the league. But we're going to get drivers on the grid very shortly, and this is going to be an awesome one. These laps are only going to take about 55 seconds long to complete. Pole time was a 54.686, so you can imagine how quick this race is going to be. We're going to be looking at about maybe just under 30 laps. Let's see how it truly turns out. But we're getting cars onto the grid for the first time here at Silverstone. And our pole man is saying after 155 laps, if I didn't get at least top 3, well, I'd be really that bad. But there he is, your pole sitter on the P1 spot in the Haas, followed by Anna Adam. Diego Perez in third with Jay Kirkham in fourth. Eamon Espeir in fifth with Evan Steinberg sixth. Christoph Zaselski in seventh. Giuseppe in eighth. Layla ninth. Daniel Matos 10th. Danny Nasseir 11th. And Cody Lawrence, your undefeated race winner, starting in the back, simply because he just wanted a little bit of competition. His championship rival, Christian Ramau, unable to make it today. I didn't have the official word why, but he was our championship contender against Cody Lawrence. Granted, it was 44 points behind, but mathematically, there was still a chance. So it's all up to Cody to seal the deal here today. And, well, he's basically has the championship wrapped up, but we'll get the celebrations done after this race because his streak is on the line. If you're a wrestling fan, you're going to know about The Undertaker. His WrestleMania streak undefeated until that one year and that other year where he lost. But let's forget about that. Cody Lawrence is basically our Undertaker for race wins. Let's see how it turns out here. But here we go. Racing action about to get underway. The crowd is fired up here at Silverstone. A crazy qualifying. What is it going to look like for racing? It's going to be really, really fun. Let's sound it off. 4 lights on the board for race 1 of 2 at Silverstone, and we go racing. It's Claudio Jr. who gets a fantastic start and will cover off Anna Adam, Diego Perez and Jay Kirkham single file, as well as Eamon and Evan Steinberg. Now there you see Diego pulling up to the inside. It's going to be the outside for the first braking zone here on the circuit into the right-hander. How close is this one going to get between them? Claudio goes wide, and Anna Adam will now drag race him to the front. Saselski is off the circuit. He's facing the wrong way. He gets back going, and now it's side by side for the race lead here. Diego comes up the inside, and that's very close between those two there. And they stay alive. Perez in 3rd position, coming around the final corner just like that. 1 lap is complete. Oh, beating and banging there, rounding out that final corner, trying to get the best angle, but Claudio still leads. Anna Adam in trouble. His P2 is still not fully secured just yet. But there you see Jay and Diego Kirkham getting the better run, and Perez goes wide off circuit, as well as Steinberg. They both go deep off circuit. On board with Giuseppe, and a lock up there. That's Jay Kirkham, who manages to save it, luckily, and he does not drop down all positions, but he has some work to do to climb back up, and Eamon Espeir runs himself up to 3rd, with now Steinberg fighting for the podium up the inside of the Ferrari man, and Eamon Espeir up the inside here. Gotham Racing looking for a potential first podium in CMRSC. This is getting pretty interesting out here, rounding out the final corner to start off the 2nd lap. Your championship leader, Cody Lawrence, up to 9th position, and he's right back in this fight here. He's just in the rear tail of it. He's got some work to do. But through into 1, once again, it's Claudio Jr. with a 55.2. That's the fastest lap now of the race, and you see Espeir putting in some work on Anna Adam, the Canadian, up ahead in P2. But Claudio Jr. has found some sort of pace throughout the week. He's put in the most practice times of everyone, and it's paying off dividends. Is still in the lead, 1.5, and down the inside, Eamon will go, a surprise dive bomb. I don't think it caught Anna Adam, but defending hard now around Luffield. Final corner here. Squeezes the Canadian with all his might. A little bit of contact was made as well. Oh, look at that. Very close together. I think even more contact potentially was made between them. And Espeir up the inside still against Anna Adam. And Anna goes wide, rejoins back onto the circuit, but will drop down the position. So Adam now to 3rd, and Espeir to 2nd. He can start working on the leader. Can't really go for a move there, but there you see Diego side by side with Evan Steinberg. And Evan, who was on the podium momentarily, losing out. And Giuseppe slipstreaming, Diego pulling to the outside. And Fazio, who led, oh, he made contact! He made contact with Evan Steinberg! All right, safety car deployed, safety car deployed. So, single file, no overtaking at this time. And Giuseppe tried to look for the move up on the inside, tag Diego Perez. Hasn't worked out for him. And Claudio Jr.'s advantage has gone just like that. And it looks like Christoph is also going to enter the pits himself. So safety car deployed in this first bout here. And it might be cleaned up very, very quickly. We're waiting for Christoph to come out of pit lane to rejoin this pack. So 80 kilometers for the leader, 80 kilometers max for the leader. All drivers behind. You're just keeping the pace and keeping distance to each other. We should be green on the next lap. So as it stands right now, Junior leads us off under the safety car. And now we have a little bit of work to do, but we should be green by the end of this one there. Also seeing Fazio ahead of Layla. They're both side by side for the moment. And there is Christoph, who is now about to enter to the queue. He's going to see it just ahead of him. He slows down. All right, we'll be going green at the end of this lap. So safety car going to come in by the end of this one, and we're going to charge it off once again. There is Claudio. His advantage is gone, and now Nasseir looks to pounce quickly. Take a look at Cody Lawrence. He's up to 4th with all the antics that's gone down, the incidents as well. And our first safety car coming out from the incident between Giuseppe and Evan Steinberg, as well as Diego Perez. A bit of a shame there, and a time penalty will come their way. Just a little too aggressive there, I will say, from Giuseppe. He was behind both of them, tried to swipe to the inside, tag 2 drivers in one go. Did not help his case whatsoever. All right, so get ready for the restart. Once we get around left field, you'll hear the command. So here we go. Start to catch up, and it's single file. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Claudio's been caught napping. Aiming to the outside. Anna to the middle. It's 3 wide for the lead. Here on the restart at Silverstone, they head into 1. Anna tries to look for the advantage. Could not get it done, but Claudio will go off track, and that will mean Anna will take the lead. And Eamon Espeir will now try to have a chance at Junior up the inside. Oh, and 3 cars are off, and Cody Lawrence takes the lead. Wow! I think Eamon just turned in on Claudio Jr. there, and Perez bumps off Giuseppe. It's a wild restart, but as we shake off the dust, it's Cody Lawrence who takes the lead. Daniel Matos up to 2nd, Layla's to 3rd. There's no restarts on the restart lap, so they gotta just race hard and get back around. Anna Adam caught victim there, as well as Claudio Jr. It looked like Eamon Espeir just turned in on him. I'm not too sure. I gotta get a closer look, but I think we had the best angle of it. But nonetheless, though, it puts Lawrence to P1. Daniel Matos now to 2nd, and Steinberg has to J. Whoa, that's a lot of drivers going off wide. That's Jay and Perez. Matos in P2, Steinberg in 4th, and he's looking for the overtake on Layla for the podium. What an interesting one there. Side-by-side action. It puts a lot of the quick drivers now to the rear. And with Cody Lawrence up at the front, he starts last, and he's got himself a free gift from drivers making mistakes there. Junior up the inside. He's made contact with Anna Adam. Oh, we teleports to the pits. Or does he? No, my apologies. He doesn't. Our cameras look like he did. Think he just went backwards? I'm not too sure, but nonetheless, though, that was a silly move there. Anna Adam sent backwards. Back up to the front here, battling for 3rd. Layla has the inside, squeezes Steinberg very wide there, tucking back into the slipstream, and Steinberg has to find another way to get past Layla. Oh, a little bit of lag there. Actually, not the most helpful. Through the right-hander on corner exit, and Cody Lawrence is continuing to open up this gap. I'm also seeing on pit exit, Ruin Pablo, who's missed the start. He's gotten going. There's Anna Adam, who's also having to play catch up now. And here comes Evan up the inside of Layla. Could not get the move done through the right-hander. And not the best of exits for him. But he's going to be in the slipstream firmly to try to find an opportunity to get past. Lawrence with now the fastest lap of the race, a 55.0. And, oh, quick downshift there to 5th gear. The engine was stressing out quite a lot, as you see Claudio and Giuseppe. Overtakes being done there. Perez now also an opportunity. Meanwhile, a bit of contact made up at the front. It sends Steinberg spinning. Safety car deployed. Safety car deployed. So pace down to 80 kilometers. And you're catching up to the leader. No overtaking. And that is your second one of the day. Steinberg spinning. Danny Nasseir collected him. He's been able to get away scot-free, but I have a feeling that Steinberg has damage. So Steinberg comes into the pits. And there's Anna Adam now coming out. I think he may have jumped into pit lane. I'm not too sure. But now our second safety car. And more trouble ensuing here. Now, interestingly, there's Pablo, and he's 7 laps down. All right, lead cars on the left side of the circuit. Lead cars on the left side of the circuit. This will be an unlapping phase. And Pablo, you can go through. You can overtake the drivers. Pablo, you can overtake. Ruin Pablo. You can overtake. This is your sign to overtake. You're a couple laps down. This is a safety car. You can take it. And I'm not too sure. There we go. I think he was just waiting for maybe a better possible opportunity to overtake. All right, Pablo, you're just catching up to the tail end of the field. All right, so the rest of the pack, you can navigate back to the middle of the circuit. There's no more unlapping to be done. So there's Eamon coming up to the tail end of the field. And now we can look to get this one ready here for the next time by. All right, next lap. Next lap, we'll restart this one. So carnage ensuing at some parts in this race. Nonetheless, though, it's been pretty chaotic, and it's allowed I'm not too sure what Fazio's doing. Yeah, I'm not too sure if he was weaving there, but nonetheless, yes, lots of carnage and chaos going on for a little set of grid, a little grid here. Or maybe he's practicing his launch there. I'm not too sure, but either way, we're about to get going here on this one. So this should get quite interesting now as we see how this turns out. Okay, I think we might have a disqualification here for Ruin Pablo. I do not see him in the voice channel. pretty impressive. Ignore him. He's coming on the inside to overtake you guys. We're going to ban him off the session. He'll be coming up on the inside. We're going to ban him off the session here. Sorry about that. But people not following rules, I don't know what to expect here sometimes. That's a shame. Get ready for the restart. There we go. Let's try this one again. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Back underway here. Cody gets a good jump. Mato's caught sleeping. And Layla now is an opportunity to pounce. Going into turn one. And oh, that's Adam in the background. He's hit the wall hard. I don't know who hit him there. But that's a hard hit. I think Danny Nasseir also collected out of one. Looks like separate incidents, though. And now, Daniel Matos. Oh, we had the move up the inside. Jay on his teammate. Side by side, very close together. Almost contact was made between them. But as it stands right now, Lawrence with a 6/10 lead. Into the left-hander. Matos up the inside of Layla. She pulls off the switchback, trying to get the opportunity. Oh, they're inside each other. But a lag also puts Christoph in opportunity. He's been tagged front wing. Tried to look a nose up the inside. Space wasn't there exactly. Now behind him, he also has his teammate, Jay. Both of them might be working together here to plan an attack. And Mato sent wide. Oh, no. Where'd they go? There they are. And oh, Claudia was also collected. Sent offside of the circuit there. Oh, it's trouble for Matos. He goes deep into the corner. He comes out and he's dropped a couple of spots because of it. Now Eamon back in this fight for the podium, as well as Evan Steinberg. Little mistake there. Ruined Pablo. Your only retirement there. Disqualified from the race. But it's still a strong set as we head around Luffield and on to the front straight. Now, with a grid like this, it's still the top 10 that's flipped. Fazio and Anna would take the front row if it stays like this. Jay defends on Eamon. And Asper will go to the outside. Jay will cover it off through into one. Not the best entry for Kirkham. He goes wide. Now rejoining back onto the track and maybe watching those rear mirrors a bit too much. Now into the right-hander. And Asper, outside move. And whoa, was that contact? I don't know. It looked like he was just flung. Now our system's saying contact. I don't know if that truly was a hit there. It looked like netcode to me. But now, Eamon, he's up ahead. Unless if it is contact, it would be a penalty coming to him. Not too sure what to say about that one. Because penalties are reported at the end of each event. Now, Perez up the inside of Steinberg. We're at the 12-minute mark. So, big warning flag to all these drivers that if a caution happens now, it might be one of the last times we see it. Until we hit that 10-minute mark for sure, indefinite, that would be a 0 safety car period. Into the right-hander. And Cody Lawrence, he has that 4-second lead. Could it be in trouble? Daniel Matos, he goes wide again, and this time he's down to 7th. And Steinberg, can he pull off a move against Asper? He won on track in Turkey, but penalties to his name, unfortunately, put him down the rest of the order. Is he looking for victory lane back here again? I'm not too sure. Especially with the potential penalty over his head with the 4-car incident. It happened so quickly, I can't really tell you a verdict right away of what I feel about it. If that was hard racing or not. Meanwhile, Layla has some company to hold on to second place. Can she nail the podium here? Or will Eamon put a move up the inside in a place she least expects it? Like turn 1. Here we go. Up the inside. Layla goes wide. Leaves a lot of space for Eamon to go through. And he will take that position. Second place to Asper. And now with 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go. This is it for his charge. No safety car will help him at this point. Layla runs deep again. Podium is on the line. And she's now fighting for it. Perez is now behind this pack, goes to the inside. It's 3 wide here. And Perez, can he pull off the move? 2 positions here, still up the inside. Very tight between them. Layla round left field. Steinberg goes wide. Layla's going to be looking at that, wanting to put the power down early. She does so, pays the price, runs off wide, has to leave space though. And luckily, there's no contact between them that would send both of them off circuit. 10 minutes now left to go, and no safety cars can come out at this point, so they're racing to the end. And you watch Perez now, 4th position. Layla wants to get this move back as soon as possible. Shame there for your pole sitter, Claudio Jr., down to 12th, and he is very, very far behind the pack. Just thinking about race number 2 and continuing as it stands, it's Fazio and Adam who line up on the front row. That will be a very exciting one once we get there, if it stays like that. Now we look with Jay Kirkham as he now looks for the top 5 against Layla. Middle of the pack. When you finish P5, you don't advance, but you don't lose spots onto the race 2 grid. So that's always a solid sign. To the outside, here comes Jay against Layla, through into 1 of Cups. Could not get the move done, but Layla's going to go wide. It'll slow her down, and Jay with the momentum will be firmly looking at the inside line. To the inside, here we go. Very deep onto the brakes. Layla gets it slowed down in time. She goes wide. Jay will follow. Slipstream still firmly engaged between the two. Layla can't really shake this one off here. She was on the podium on P2 for the moment, but now is holding on to 5th because through goes Jay, and oh, Jay's been spun. No sign of contact, and was that Daniel Matos who also went deep off the corner? I'm not too sure, trying to figure it out. Yeah, there he is. Christoph is through. What went down there? I don't know if Jay Kirkham hit a bollard potentially. We did see that a lot at Istanbul Park, but nonetheless, it sent him backwards. And Perez up ahead. No sign of contact on our screens either. What a weird incident that went down there. Now into the right-hander. And now under the Slipstream teammates, having a chance to do battle between each other. Are they going to work together? Looks like Christoph maybe letting him through up on the inside. Maybe not. They're fighting hard through the final corner here. Nailing the exit. Jay will try to pull off the switchback. Looking for the inside, and he's got the inside now. Wheel to wheel, coming over the start-finish line to complete their 20th lap as they head into 1. And Jay will advance up to 6th place from that fight there. And Christoph backing off a little bit. Maybe we'll try another move. To the left now into the right braking zone. Better entry for Christoph, but it's just not enough to plan an attack for that move there. But it's still 2/10 in the Slipstream. He'll be towed down the straight. Through to the left. And now into the right-hander. And on to the front straight once more, and still those positions basically the same as it stands. But up at the front, it's Cody Lawrence who continues the lead, opening up that gap, 6.2. He'll be starting in 10th if it stays like that. Eamon, Steinberg, that's the rest of the podium there. Steinberg looking for a big podium on his name, and Diego Perez trying to find any way to close down this 1.1 gap, but time is ticking and we're under 6 minutes to go. So he's going to need a bit of luck on his side if he needs Steinberg to potentially choke like that moment there. Diego Perez, he saves it. Oh, and Layla goes deep. She rejoins back on the circuit. Kirkham now having another opportunity for 5th. Lawrence with a 54.8. Was it a commentator curse? I don't think so, but it could be. A very close bit of racing there, and almost could have been fireworks going off for the podium. There you see Daniel Matos and Fazio fighting as Matos goes a little bit sideways out of 1, and Giuseppe having a run on the inside. Make this one clean here as they're wheel to wheel, having the run. Anna behind. I think Anna's just watching the cars ahead, hoping that they don't take each other out, so he advances some spots, because I believe he would want to have this reverse grid pole. Like, he's weaving as well. He's slowing himself down. And here we go. Matos to the outside. Oh, and there you see up at the front, Christoph, little bit of smoke as he slides, and he also watches his teammate fight against Layla for position. And there is Layla, still holding on to the top 5. Anything can break this moment here. One tiny mistake, going wide even. Look how close Jay gets. They both are going to run deep off circuit, rejoin back on. Little squirrely over the curbing. You look at that mini-map there, from P5 down to 10th. All of them a part of this train. Into the braking zone, right-hander, now powering down, trying to power down earlier, but Layla on the exit, nowhere to go. Chance for the outside. Layla will leave the room, and she backs off. She backs off the move, and Jay will advance up to 5th place. I wonder what the idea for Layla is. Maybe to slipstream and try and attack back for 5th. Or it could also be that reverse grid title, where she would be starting in P5 or P6. I'm not too sure. We'll figure it out as we get to the end of it. Very wide there goes Christoph, and now Giuseppe opportunity to strike on this fight here. Goes wide on entry, rounding it up, getting on to the straight, the back straight here, and massive opportunity for a move. Looking for the left-hander, and Christoph, does he look for a dive? Put his nose up the inside for the moment. Layla, however, will go wide. Christoph, does he pull a switch? Ah! Giuseppe tags Christoph there. That's heartbreaking for Christoph. Fighting there, but hey, positive news. He's now to 3rd on the reverse grid if it stays like that. So it's not all lost, but that's a little bit of a kick in the shin there. Giuseppe, was it netcode or was it straight up contact? Didn't have the best of angles, but Giuseppe wasn't the best of moments there for him. He'll be thinking about that one until it's reviewed. But with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go, is the top 3 settled? The gap is 1.5 between Esbeer and Steinberg. 3 different teams here. Lawrence Motorsport, Spirit Racing, and Gotham Sim Racing as P7 trouble. And that's Giuseppe finding himself off circuit there. He rejoins back to 11th. And that now puts down Anna Adams. Pole position is gone at the moment. And I have a feeling that he's going to lift. Yeah, he is. Daniel Matos, what does he think? Does he want this pole? And whoa, that's a move there. Powering around the outside. A little bit of track limits, but I think Anna was going to let him through anyways. And now Giuseppe having an opportunity for reverse grid pole right ahead of him. Anna has some trouble here. He's fighting against Matos. Matos locks up, runs wide, turns in on Adam. Oh, that's very silly there. And there is the chance for Anna Adams. Pole position for race number 2. Gone just like that. Was that the second time they've made contact? And I'm not too sure. On board with your pole sitter after that one. Welcome, X-Play. I see you in the chat. Very, very messy stuff for some of the drivers down in the rear. But now the fight for pole is underway, and 30 seconds are left to go, so we're at the 2 to go shortly. Up the inside, and Junior gets the move. Daniel Matos, he fights that car with all his might. He's been really wrestling it all day long for this first race. Second race is coming up. You don't want to miss out on it. But now it gives an opportunity to Giuseppe for reverse grid pole if he can get the move done on Daniel Matos. Timer expires here, so we're gonna get the highlight that it is now 1 to go for your race leader, Cody Lawrence. And the streak will continue as they head into the final race. He's already got the championship wrapped up. We'll give him his flowers at the end of race 2, but he's just focusing on continuing to nail race win after race win. Final lap for these drivers here for the chance of reverse grid pole. How's it going to turn out? Well, we'll find out shortly as Matos goes a little bit wide, but around the final corner, Cody Lawrence has done everything right. He purposely started from the rear of the grid to have a bit of fun, but everyone took each other out ahead of him. Was that much of a fight? I'm not too sure. Cody will take P1, and the streak continues. Race victory potentially, or is there one more lap to go? There might be one more lap to go, even though we got the white flag. Can we fire the TV guy? Seriously, he's been so unhelpful giving us the white flag early as Giuseppe gets the move done. He's probably thinking it's 1 to go as well. Let's get that TV guy fired immediately. Putting up the final lap, 1 lap early. He did it at Miami. I don't know why he's still working here. But now Matos loses out on pole. So now he's going to have to fight Giuseppe for 1 more lap here. Going wide, we'll return to the battle, but let's talk about him for real. Cody Lawrence. We already said what we said in the last one, but he'll take victory. A very unentertaining one because he couldn't really get as many battles under his belt, but the win streak continues for Cody Lawrence. It's victory for him. 10 seconds up the road from Eamon Nasseir, who will take second, and Evan Steinberg, who will celebrate for the team, who will finish third. Perez in 4th, Jay 5th, Layla 6th. But we're going to quickly fast forward to the battle here where no, it's over. Fazio making a mistake, and that allows Daniel Matos to secure reverse grid pole. Crossing the line, and it is sorted. He starts up P1 with Junior in P2. Well then, what an interesting one. Eamon celebrates. Bit of a comeback for him, or what? Having that contact earlier on, I don't know what happened, but we'll ask him for sure. Cody Lawrence, though, will gladly take victory there. But I bet he was probably expecting maybe a bit of a better battle. But race 2 has always been the more entertaining one, so let's go talk to him. Our race winner there. Can we get louder engine sounds? Yes, I can. I can sort that out actually right about now, so you don't have to worry about it soon. Let's go talk to them. Top 3. All right, very interesting one. Some drivers out for blood. Chaotic one, even with the small grid. But let's talk to our top 3, starting off with our race winner, who purposely started at the back of the field, trying to look for a bit of fun, and in return, he's been gifted spot after spot after spot with incidents going on ahead, but nonetheless, Cody Lawrence, it's another victory for you. How was that one?
Well, I actually had a graphical bug going into woodcut the entire race. So it was like driving with like a paper bag on the halo.
Oh,
it was
wow.
right in my eye line. So I thought I would be the one going bowling because I couldn't see anything on the entry to woodcut for like 3 or 4 seconds. So I'm happy I'm the one who survived all of that, frankly. Yeah, it was kind of like, you know, the meme with the airplane in the face flying and there's bombs dropping behind them. That's how I felt like after watching all the crashes happen and just scurrying my way through. Yeah, very interesting, but pace was good, and we'll see what we can do in race 2.
It's very funny to say that the championship is just the second nature at this point. For you, you just want to have yourself a great battle. Well, now you start in 10th and nothing new there. But how are you feeling going into this second race?
Just try to survive. Hopefully, I mean, for everyone else's sake, I hope there isn't a lot of chaos, but will suit me quite well if there is, and I'll try to survive it all. And hopefully this time without a graphical bug, so I can actually see where I'm going into woodcut. So that would be fantastic, and we'll hope for a good race.
Even with a pumpkin on your head, you still managed to overtake drivers. Nice one there, and best of luck in the second one.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
We move on down to our driver who finishes in the second position spot. That goes to the Italian, Nasseir. We talked to him now. Eamon, that was a great comeback there throughout the field, and you made it work onto P2 of the podium. How does that one feel for you?
It was a pretty good race. It was a good comeback. Had to pit from massive amounts of damage. We had a pretty curious incident going 3 wide into, I think it's woodcut, like, or was it Beckett's? I'm not sure. But we had a pretty big incident, red damage, so I had to pit. The only advantage from that is that I had pretty fresh tires that by the end were destroyed either way. And yeah, we made it work. I just want to say congrats for Evan for his first podium ever.
Really, is his first?
Was trying to help him, giving him tow against Diego, and good race win for Cody.
Well, now you start alongside him, and a bit of work to go up at the front. But considering the amount of chaos, do you think this could be another race win you can pull off on track?
The pace was pretty good. Even after damage coming through the field, the guy again some front wing damage that lost me a lot of front end, but I was looking at the gaps with Cody and I'm sure he was somewhat managing, but pace is good, anything is possible, so we'll see what we can do.
Best of luck, Eamon, for this final race here in Formula 4.
Thank you.
Last but certainly not least, let's drag up the man who finishes at P3. Now, I know Cody was talking about one meme. I'm going to talk about another. You know that one meme? The Olympics podium where you have the guy in third place celebrating like he won the whole thing. I have a feeling that's you right now. Evan Steinberg, victory. Feeling like for you, it's P3, but that's a huge P3 for the team. How was that one?
It was great. You know, shout out to Eamon, of course, for helping me do the concentrating, locking in once the 10 minutes came down. I saw Diego and the rest fighting behind me and dropping back, and, you know, I just knew, like, locking in, and, you know, we got it done. And it's big points and a first podium, and I'm going to be celebrating later.
Yeah, job's not done yet. You still have one more race to go here. What are you thinking? Do you think maybe that race win is on the cards here? You already got experience on the podium here. Shouldn't be nothing different, right?
No, we're not going to be getting the win. But, hey, if we get another podium, that'd be great. 2 in a row, yeah.
Never say never, but congratulations. Big result there from you. And let's see what you can do in this second one and final race of the season.
Yep, thank you. God bless.
God bless there indeed. A fantastic run there from him. Just going to answer some questions here. Let me know what you think of the racing here. Final one in Formula 4 coming up. Now you heard Cody Lawrence. He did have some struggles entering into the session. There was a small chance he would have potentially missed out on this first race. Thankfully, he didn't, but as you heard, having some graphical issues potentially. I'm not too sure what exactly is on his end. We're learning that Layla, she had no damage, but was slower than everyone. And Jay was giving her 0.6 a lap with a damaged car, so I don't know if there was some invisible fire going on with Layla's machine, but there you see it. Doesn't look like there's anything wrong here, but I think the team is quickly getting to work for Code Alpha, trying to see if there's anything they can do to fix this car and get it ready, because they're going to be on to the grid right about now. Keep an eye on any mechanics running through here. But here we go. Grid is going to be on your screen right about now. And this is it. It's the final Formula 4 race. In terms of open wheel, we're not done yet. Very soon, we'll return to Formula 1 when we get a fantastic mod coming out. We're waiting for VRC and RSS to do their work, but shout out to Formula Ultra, I believe they are. They've put out a fantastic mod. I've been doing a lot of driving on it. Could there be a championship on it? It's a very detailed car. We'll see. But let's talk about our grid. Daniel Matos and Claudio Jr., it's a favela front row, followed down the order with Danny Nasseir in 3rd and Christoph to 4th. Layla in 5th, Jay Kirkham in 6th, Diego Perez in 7th, Evan Steinberg in 8th, Eamon Asbir in 9th, and Cody Lawrence in 10th. Your 2 drivers who missed out on that moment there. Anna Adam, who was trying to stay behind. Yep, mic check if you're good to go. Anna Adam, Giuseppe, the 2 drivers who missed out from their incidents. But it's all push, all gas, no brakes. Cody Lawrence making some word there. Getting word there. I think this is probably just for Anna Adam. Cody is mentioning that he might stall on the grid, so keep an eye on him. So Cody Lawrence might be slow on the start here. So Anna, that's probably the message for you. So keep an eye on it. And Giuseppe as well, since you are behind. Best of luck. Final race out here. I know it's a small grid, but we've had a very fun Formula 4 series. Open wheel, definitely not over yet. We're going to have another one very soon. Maybe not F4, but thank you for a great one. Let's have a good race. Here we go. One more to do it. It's the final race of the championship. Lights are out and we go racing. And Daniel Matos will get the launch out of 1. Claudio will file behind. Layla up the inside of Danny Nasseir. Diego takes out Christoph. It's a 1 car out. 2 cars been taken out. And they now file into the first braking zone as Matos leads it. But Junior up the inside. He runs deep. Through goes Layla up the inside to 2nd. And the rest of the drivers bunching up down on the rear. And there you see Cody Lawrence, who in fact did have an issue. Matos leads it. Layla will want to get a move on ASAP. And there's the pack behind Danny Nasseir. Diego to the outside. Evan, looks like that was a bit of lockup. Does Perez jump up the inside? It'll be very close. Steinberg covers off the outside, so Diego can't run as wide as he would want to. And Danny's still holding it off. And he is now just, I think, praying. He moves to the outside, realizing that guy just took somebody out. I don't want a piece of it. Takes it to the outside. Can he survive out of 1? Very close here. And he rejoins. Oh no, and Chase tagged him. And he tried to get out the way. It hasn't worked out for him. Into the braking zone for lap number 2. That is a huge shame. I know Danny was just off the circuit there. I don't know if the rejoin costed the contact there or whatnot. But to this fight here, it's Matos who leads it with Layla in 2nd. And, ooh. Steinberg looked to the inside, and he's lost the tail end, and he's dropped down to Asbir. Steinberg having a bit of trouble here, because now the Ferrari trying to go through around the outside, and Lawrence also fighting. And these two, Adam and Lawrence, they have had a legendary fight throughout this championship that has gotten the way of Lawrence. And there you see Cody backing off. I just saw a spear running deep, but now for the lead here. There we see Layla, outside move, and Matos goes deep off track. Layla now leads. This is the British Grand Prix here at Silverstone National in this final race. Matos in 2nd, Claudio to 3rd, Diego 4th, and Eamon in 5th. Huge move there. Layla's going to want to get a move on as soon as possible and break the gap, and she's already doing a good job. It's half a second up. And Steinberg fighting against Cody Lawrence. And Cody backs off, trying to look for the in and out. It does look like Cody Lawrence has issues. There's something troubling him. He's not as aggressive as he normally is, and we wouldn't even call it aggressive half the time. Now through to 1. And Layla will run wide. Now, it's her race to lose unless a safety car comes out and bunches everybody up, but she has the half a second gap. Now here comes Junior around the outside. Matos won't let him by. And in fact, Junior off track. And he rejoins back on in P6. May lose out to Steinberg and Lawrence. That's trouble. Going deep, and there is Cody up the inside. Very tight. They go through, and Lawrence, outside move, still holding on. Can he power it around? 2 drivers that we thought we would have seen a fight at the start of race 1 if Cody Lawrence was going to qualify in the front row. Very close, but now up at the front, it's your battle for 3rd as well. As Perez goes wide, Eamon fights, and he looks to the rear end of Daniel Matos, tries to split the needle there. Very tight between them, and he tries to go into the inside. Matos tags him. And a dogfight up at the front, and Eamon's gonna have to try something new. Perez and Matos not budging. This is their podium chance here. If Steinberg can get it done, his first podium, who knows about the rest there? Matos very slow, wide off the corner exit. This fight here, absolutely incredible. The positions on your screen slightly incorrect. It's 1 position up, so Eamon's actually 4th. You're looking at the battle for 3rd. But behind, here comes Anna. Chance to fight into turn 1, and the Canadian backs off. Realizing he's just a bit too close, Matos runs off circuit. Very close racing here. Let's take it to the sky on the drone cam. Aim it to the inside. A good dive from him. Gets the move, covers it off, and I don't think he got enough. And he slides out of that one. He tried to cover it, but I think the momentum from Matos was a bit too much. And now it leaves up your battle here for Anna to go around the outside. Is there a chance? Now through left field. Rounding out the final corner. And Nasseir is going to be wanting to hope for a safety car to get back in this one. He's in the pack, though, firmly in 8th. He's got some work to do. Meanwhile, you also have the likes of Lawrence still looking for victory there. Oh, Daniel Matos, a bit naughty there, weaving. He pulled back into the line. Weave just before the braking zone there. I think Anna's realizing that what he's up against, he's made contact with this driver here in 1. Now, this battle's going to get quite interesting because Daniel Matos wanting this podium all to himself. And Anna Adam, very quick, a lot more experienced than CMRSC. He's been in this position before. He's got to find a way to get past. Oh, no, he's lost the rear end. Oh, and the Ferrari driver losing the rear. Rejoins back onto the circuit, and that is going to be heat off the back of the Brazilian, Daniel Matos. He now has Junior back with him. Oh, and what a bizarre moment there. But your battle for the lead is underway. Layla swipes the inside. She's got to be careful. These drivers fighting for their first podium will do anything for it on track. They'll get penalties for sure. But the celebration on track in the moment is what matters the most for all of them. Layla in first, but the gap is down. And this could be a huge battle. Your driver from the DR, the Dominican Republic, takes it up the inside, but there's just no space to do it there. Go sliding wide, and Matos has an opportunity to fight for second. He's got a great shot at it. Layla's just going to have to focus ahead. She now has 8/10, and keep that in mind. It's got to be a mistake-free run from her if she wants to claim victory, a victory that she has not seen since last year. And I believe it was this year, the MX5 Cup at Brands Hatch. Could be her 3rd race win on the cards. Anything is possible here. This fight here for the podium stretches all the way down to Lawrence as he watches this fight go down here. Up ahead of him, he's probably thinking, these guys are going to take each other out very soon, and I'll be back and going. No engine sounds at all, is saying Martin Webster. Oh, I didn't know if you were able to hear that. Should be good now. Apologies. I didn't know we had it. We had no audio from there. Oh, that's a huge shame there. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We should be fine there. But now into one. Matos looking for the move. And he's got it done on Perez. Now up the inside, what can Diego do? As Matos covers it off and Perez cannot find the inside line. And oh, Cody! Cody Lawrence is upside down! Has he disconnected? Oh, and it's trouble for Cody Lawrence! He's lagging! He is lagging as he disconnected out the session. I don't know! We're getting word now it could potentially be a disconnectivity. He finds himself upside down in the gravel. And Cody Lawrence is out! And that is it! Technical issues. And his run for race wins are gone. Yep, he gets it. Full race is gone. He has his game crashed. Diego up the inside of Perez. Look at that, wheel to wheel. Very close between each other, but it is absolute heartbreak for Cody Lawrence. And that is a shame. He's trying to see if he can rejoin back into the session, but heartbreak for him. Now still this battle continues for second place. There you see Cody rejoining. He'll need a safety car. He may get it. The way these drivers are fighting. If he gets back in time, he may only lose a single lap from it. But wow, what a crazy one. Is the win streak over? Maybe not. He's got back going, but he will be a blue flag. And I think he's slowing down on pit exit to let through the leaders by. Through to one. And I think you're going to see him. There he is. So there is Cody joining back in. Dead last. Lap down. And with 19 minutes, he's got to hope that the drivers ahead can pull off an almighty crash to bring out a safety car for him. But we're getting word. I think he's a lap down. It could be 2 laps down for him. A heartbreaking moment. But this race is far from over. As we look up the inside for Eamon Aspear. He makes contact there against Jay. And gets the move done. A little hip check. And he's up to 6th. Into one. Once again. Now, the way this race is continuing on, pit stops, if it's all green, they may be a lap short. It's exactly what we normally see in race number 1. As it turned out for something to happen in race 2. Lawrence goes deep. This could be such an interesting race because Layla may still have to make a pit stop. But if there is a yellow that comes out, the fuel will be saved there. This is going to be an interesting one if it's a 0 stopper. Battle for 3rd, though. Still scrapping between the 2 Brazilians. Matos goes deep off circuit. He drops and he spins. Daniel Matos from P3 has lost it all by himself. He gets back going. That is heartbreak for him. Oh, it's very slow there. Potentially waiting for the space to go by. And he gets back moving. And it's absolute heartbreak. He cuts over straight to the pit lane. So now he's going to be banking on a safety car to come out to save his race. Probably going to put some new tires on as well. It promotes the drivers up a spot. Junior now to 3rd. And it's Adam to 4th. And there is your confirmation. And actually, it's your retirement there. Daniel Matos had the podium, and he lost it all by himself. He's out. And with 17 minutes left to go, I always say never in motorsport, especially sim racing, most especially CMRSC, because anything can happen. It could be a race that he could come back in if a safety car comes out. Running out of time for it, though. Perez has done a great job at nailing down this gap. And Layla now 5/10 ahead. Both of them fighting for victory. Diego looking for his first. Will the stars align for Layla or Perez? It all happens now where we figure out, we realize who is it going to be. Layla's got some work to do to defend this one. She's been able to hold on to the lead for half a race. Now she's got to seal the deal. 5/10 exactly, crossing the line. Layla will cross it with a 55.8. Diego 55.6. So Perez is hunting, and Layla is in deep trouble. Pressure now. Game on. Claudio behind. You also see Cody Lawrence fighting to get his lap back. Great shout from him to do so. He's got the pace. Diego to the outside, though, and the gap is under a second. Under a 10th. Battle for the lead. Diego on the outside. Layla will squeeze. Can she regain back the race lead? Diego will power it through around the final corner. And Perez leads. Layla will try to get the slipstream to regain back the race lead here. What will Diego do? He defends. Layla will hop onto the inside. Hard run through Cups. Little bit of contact is made. They both go wide off circuit. And Layla to the lead. Claudio behind. Keep an eye on him. Perez inside run. Don't tag Layla there and ruin your race. He doesn't. Little slide. Now Junior firmly in this battle for the lead. Layla back in front. And this fight for the race win firmly on. Two drivers looking for their first victory in CMRSC. Layla looking for a return to glory up at the front. Rounding out the final corner. And Anna Adam behind. 4-car battle for the race win right in front of your eyes. With 14 minutes left to go and a potential pit stop to get underway. Diego now, chance to go to the outside. Has the outside run. It's like a Hamilton Verstappen moment here. But they don't make contact. Perez goes wide and Junior now has the run. Perez will have to watch it unless he's going to send a huge dive, and he will! Has to lock up, loses the rear end, an over-aggressive move, and emotions are getting in the way of Perez. He locks up, and he's down to 4th. It puts up this fight for the lead, and they're beating it back into the front. Claudio against Layla. Layla up on the inside, firmly, little slide as well. She goes deep. Now rounding out the final corner, and Anna Adam will try to secure second. What a fight this is turning out to be, and it's getting better. Who is going to win this race? Absolutely undecided. Junior having the outside run. On the way, Anna Adam has been taken out wide. And he is out of contention for victory. Who squeezed who there? It's down to these two. And Perez is back in the fight with Nasseir with a chance. But the Ferrari man once again contact and taken out. I think we got to stay for this drone cam for the majority of this fight. We are just not getting the best of angles on the TV direction. I don't know who's in charge of it. As Junior now has Perez on the rear. Keep an eye on Cody Lawrence as well. He's going to be wanting to pass these drivers as soon as possible to get his lap back. 12 minutes left to go. 2 minutes, and it'll seal the deal for no safety cars in race number 2. Through 1, and Claudio has a fantastic launch. They both go wide, though. They got to stay within track limits because those are going to climb up fast, and if a penalty were to come for one of them, they're going to be kicking themselves. And it's not the first time we've seen it. Word that Eamon made contact there with Diego Perez. Not exactly too sure what happened between them. Didn't look like they were that close. On board with Layla. Claudio, does he go to the inside? Tries to go for the outside run. Perez will stuff his way through on the inside, and that one moment there where Junior wanted to fight loses out. Now they're side by side. It's music to Layla's ears. She's going to want them to continue to fight. Wheel to wheel between them. Learned our lesson the last time. We'll go drone cam for this fight here. Eamon's going to watch this fight. Very tight. Claudio squeezes Perez. Now through 1. Diego runs wide off circuit. That's going to allow Eamon to go down the middle. And what a run if it can work off for him. It's very scary between the drivers there, but Eamon will get up to 2nd position. What a run for Eamon Nasseir. But a little bit of a wide exit will allow Perez to come back through. A fantastic bit of racing. And oh, whoa, that was a moment there. Eamon launched 2 wheels up in the air. He locks up, goes deep. Claudio loses the car all by himself. 30 seconds to go for one final shot at a safety car. And I don't think it's going to happen. For the first time in the championship, race 2 will not have a safety car. It's always been race 1 that had that privilege. It's now 2. That is it. And it's settled. Cody Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen. The race win is gone unless a nightmare were to happen for all these drivers to go laps down by themselves. Cody's now in it for the thrill. He has the championship in his back pocket, but it's a shame that the only way he could be stopped is his own system. And oh, that's trouble there. That was Perez and Junior, who has been sent backwards from the ordeal. I don't know if they made contact. I didn't get word that they did. But Eamon now has 1 car ahead, and it's Layla for victory. And there you see Cody Lawrence behind. Will just keep Eamon company. He's firmly allowed to do so. Will he get in between this fight to prevent Eamon victory to allow Layla a win? I don't know. There you see Lawrence lifting off to probably allow this fight to go through. 9 minutes left to go, though. Layla has done everything right so far. She just needs to cross the line in first. And it is going to be an ecstatic victory for her. But that's if she can, because we've seen drama to the line here so many times in almost 5 years of Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. It all comes down to these ticking moments here. It's going to feel like an eternity. 8 minutes or like 80 minutes. 4/10. And that's all it takes. Eamon is on the charge, and he's just got 1 car ahead. And finally, it could be the victory he feels like he deserves, especially from that last race. Now, both drivers very tight between each other. Your last laps between them, Layla a 55.7, Eamon a 55.5. So, pushing really hard. Eamon is looking for this victory. Behind them, Claudio and Perez. They gotta settle their differences to the side for the moment because they have a common enemy. That's P1. And P1 going a little bit deep. Does Layla go to the pits? Not exactly. Now remember, it's still a green flag race to the end. They will not have fuel. Layla defends. Eamon look to the inside. Goes to the outside. Through to 1. Layla covers. Goes wide, the both of them. A dogfight of a race between the two. And we go to the drone for this fight here. Eamon, does he get the run? Has it on the straight. Wellington straight, does it go to him on the outside? There you see Perez in third. Looks like Lawrence let him through. For P1. Outside move for Eamon. And that spear will get it done. Layla will try to tuck in. No, don't make contact. They're very close. Diego Perez is. He's done a good job of holding off. No contact made there. Layla probably, praying that that didn't go down there. But remember, fuel won't make it. What will happen here? It's such an exciting final race on who will take the win. Now through the first braking zone, and Claudio Jr. dives and goes through Diego Perez, so ping issues for one of them. And Cody Lawrence just watching that battle unfold. The gap is 3/10. It's still very close. Layla has not let up this charge back to P1, but I'm very curious to see how they're going to react when they need to pit. Because at this stage, you could pit right now. There's no safety car that will ruin this race. Go for an undercut. Why not? Maybe they're thinking about pitting at the same time. But the negative thing about Eamon's lead is that he has to make the first call. So we're firmly in belief that they are not going to make it on fuel. They have to come in. It's been the case for like the whole championship. Apologies for that screen tear there. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to leave the stream after the interviews, because next week out, as the real-life Le Mans 24 Hours is going on, we have our CMRSC Le Mans Virtual to come your way. That is a race you cannot miss. It's the return of the Endurance Cup for the final two races, and then it's the final series. And we're going to get a trailer for that and track confirmation by the end of it. You do not want to miss. It's a pretty fun trailer. On board with Diego Perez. Chance for second. Layla, she defends the inside. A little bit of lag for her. Through to one. Very tight. Layla holds on. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Eamon's going to want this fight to continue. Layla's going to want to shake off Diego at all costs right now and just focus on the car ahead, focus on hitting down lap times. It's not going to help if she's constantly defending. Outside move for Perez. Does he switch to the inside? He loses the rear end. Now for the right-hander. And on exit. Oh, it's very tight. What a fight. Now outside and squeeze. Very much squeeze. Layla's going to have to be very careful with how much you're going to squeeze, because if you're on the curb for too long, that's trouble. Still side by side. Layla has the inside run. She'll dive it. Diego's going to have to watch the inside there. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Gap for the lead, 1.2. Diego inside. Into the left-hander after the Wellington. Layla dives it to the outside, but the rears cannot hold on longer, and she loses out to second, and now to third. She'll try to do the over-under, and she's inside. Well, that is interesting there. Cover your eyes, kids. You're not supposed to see that one live. Lagging. I don't know who exactly it is. I did see Layla kind of lagging a bit now through to one, and Layla, frustration, and she goes through again. I think it might be trouble for Claudio. I don't know what that ping is. Its ping is an 81. Layla, 131. What a bizarre moment there. Cody Lawrence is probably reacting the same way we are here as he watches that fight go on. It's like they're just defying the laws of physics. a no contact sport. Who? But now through the final quarter and 2 minutes to go, the gap is a second and Diego's starting to pull just a bit on Eamon. We're gonna figure it out as the times cross the board. Battling for fifth between Jay and Anna. So Eamon Nasseir, last lap, 55.6, Diego 55.4. Game on between them. It's a second and a pit stop potentially awaiting the both of them. The question is, can they crawl with fuel to the end? Right-hander. Kirkham tucking behind Adam. Here, slipstream engaged. Inside move. 1 minute, 17 to go. This could be your big lap here if there are pit stops. And there's Cody Lawrence backing off. The leaders do not come in. They stay racing. Claudio against Layla, still underway. Layla to the inside. Through Copse. 50 seconds to go. They may potentially be at the 2 to go. From this time by, we hope the TV directors don't screw this one up this time. 35 seconds to the line. It could be 3 laps that they're on right now. Stressing the tank. 25 seconds to go for the Formula 4 Sprint Championship as a whole. Gap is 1.3. Question is, though, does Eamon come in? Short shifting. 10 seconds to the line. Wants to nail it. He's lifting. He wants the 2 to go now. He wants it. He won't get it. Will he? No, he will not. He lifted so much to try to get it. We're 2 to go. And the drivers now with empty tanks. I know what Eamon was doing, and I commend him for it. That was the smartest thing you could have done. But unfortunately, it's closed up the gap. Layla also running low on fumes. Goes up the inside of Junior. Inside each other again. Really weird moment there. Both of them limping. Perez, Eamon, listen to the engine. They are limping to the very end, but look at the 2. Layla, Junior, they have no care in the world. Oh, and Junior spins it. His chance of a podium is gone. This is this is crazy. Diego's out. Diego cannot make it to the end. Does that mean Eamon will win this race crossing the line? Or is it 1 to go? As he does it now, it's now 1 to go. This is absolutely insane. Layla lifts. Everyone is lifting. This is the right call, in my opinion. Junior is in the box. And he's the only driver in. He only needs to fuel for 1 lap, but this is a long stop. In fact, he's been in here for a minute. It feels like Silverstone, what was it, 2020? They are limping to the end. There's Jay. He is pushing. His tank could run out very soon. There is Layla up the road. Does Kirkham have fuel to the end? I don't know. Rounding out the final corner. Could it be a photo finish? Is this a photo finish? Jay coming up to Eamon Nasseir as he has the fuel into drag race to the line. Is it going to be Kirkham? I'm unsure of it. Yes, it is. Jay's done it. He has done it. Eamon crosses the line in second. Layla, can she make it to third? Or is it Anna? They crawl to the line. Layla will not be able to win it. Steinberg! Did Steinberg snipe it? Steinberg just sniped it! Oh my god! Steinberg back to back on the podium! It's an absolute crazy moment! Oh my God, you cannot make it up. Jay Kirkham has got the fuel number to a T. He's just won his very first CMRSC race. I cannot believe it. Wow. Absolutely starstruck. Absolutely starstruck. Jay Kirkham had the bit of fuel to the end. Now everyone had the same tank, but remember, Eamon, Layla, they were all fighting this whole race, slipstreaming each other, so their fuel number was terrible. Jay Kirkham, he was behind them, very far behind, but it worked out for him. I cannot believe it. What a finale, and Jay Kirkham on the top. Eamon Esmir, he finishes second, barely, with that gap to the end. Wow, talk about, what was that, like a Cars 1 kind of ending there? Holy, that was heart in your mouth kind of moment there. Let's get the celebrations underway right now, starting with our driver who finishes P1 barely. I just saw him for the moment. Hopefully we can get him back in. Oh, we do. Barely. Like a photo finish to the line. Jay, you take your first victory. Barely getting it done. What a race from you.
I have no words. I genuinely, until that last lap, I don't think I was going to be anywhere close. I have no words. I'm just very happy to be here.
Dude, this is victory on home soil as well. That's gotta be a special feeling for you.
It's nice. I've been waiting the whole season to at least get a podium, so to finish it with a win is just, it's very special to me. So I'm just glad it all worked out in the end.
It was a race that we haven't seen too much of you in it, especially after what happened down at lap 1. Take us through that race, though.
So, yeah, after lap 1, I was kind of out of it. I was just towards the back, so I thought, okay, we're about 10 minutes in, and if there's not going to be a safety car, everyone's going to struggle. So, I spent most of that race lifting and coasting through every corner. I was trying to save as much as I could, just in case it somehow paid off at the end. And it did. It paid off at the end. I had just enough to get myself from 5th to 1st on that last lap. Just enough.
I gotta ask you, what was the fuel tank looking like at the line?
I think I had 0.2 or 0.1. It ran out by the time I got to Cops.
Wow. Absolutely
Just.
incredible. Yeah. Dude, congratulations. That is, I'm so happy for you. That is a crazy race win. It literally felt like the ending of like Cars 1. Everybody going to the line, photo finish. Amazing. That was awesome there. Jay, congratulations. I hope this is one of many to come for you.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we?
Dude, celebrate it. You deserve that one epic drive from you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a good way to end the season.
Any shout-outs you'd like to make?
I want to say a shout out to the rest of my team. To Christoph and Layla. We worked together as well. We're all, thinking about how we can do it. We were all, Christoph and I were both coasting towards the end. He just didn't have as much as I did, and he had some suspension damage, unfortunately. But they've been helping me throughout the season. We've been giving each other room here and there, having our own little battles, but also, finding out how we can be quicker with each other. That was really nice.
Go celebrate it.
So, yeah.
You deserve it, man. Congratulations,
Thank you.
P1
Thank
for you.
again. Woohoo!
That's your man who gets his first race win in CMRSC in such a dramatic way. We talked to the driver who watches that man cross the line ahead of him in maybe a heartbreaking moment. Eamon, one of the most dramatic last 2 laps maybe in your sim racing career, if I don't mean to speak on it, but wow, an absolute crazy one, trailing to the very end. But take us through that race in its entirety. How was it for you?
It was a good race. Managed really well what I could. Made positions. Cody being out helped. But yeah, congrats to Jay for his first win. But I'm sure that even he would have liked it to be a different way, a different kind of win, on pace and not on being the slowest, because that's what it seemed like racing was today, was just fuel saving. And yeah, like I just was at 0.1 before the line. I couldn't do anything because I was actually like racing at the front, so I had to manage both fuel and enough pace to stay ahead. Didn't expect someone from P5 to have saved up that much. But yeah, that's how it is. I'm just gonna wait for penalties and hopefully see what happens.
Nonetheless, though, it was still a great moment to watch you fight for the race lead towards the end of this race, the middle end towards the end of it. Massive moment there. Take us through that one. Fighting for the lead against Layla. That was probably highlight of the race.
It was a good battle. Layla gave me good racing room. I was suffering from quite a bit of front damage, giving me a lot of understeer. Balance of the car was pretty weird. Also had a bit of a racing incident where I slightly understeered into Christoph. Wanted to apologize, but I guess it's not gonna be happening now. But yeah, it was a tough race.
Tough indeed. P2 for you, but you return back home in your Beamer for GT3 racing, going in for the playoffs. That's a whole different conversation, but we ended off here in Formula 4. Congratulations. Solid effort from you nonetheless to still take P2, and I believe one of the only drivers to finish in the top 5 without really running out of fuel entirely to the end there, and losing out big time. So solid effort from you there.
Thank you.
Once again, another podium, a huge moment to get to 3rd place at the line as well. Evan, you did it again! You're back!
We did it again. I'm extremely happy. I wasn't expecting it at all. I was just fuel saving in 8th place, 20 seconds back from the rest of the field. Because I spun a few times. I was trying to fight Cody, in the voice chat we have. I was told, hold up Cody. So I did. It didn't matter in the end. But I ended up just spinning, and that left me a while back. So I just started fuel saving, just to make it to the end and get those points. What I wasn't expecting was that everyone would be going so slow to line that I'd be able to get P3.
I'm watching it back on the stream as well. You're basically like 7th once we cross over the line for the final lap. When you realized that nobody was pitting, did you feel like there was a chance that a potential top 5 even was on the cards, let alone the podium?
Yeah, I managed to make it up to 5th with people stopping, and then I was just going around at that point. I was on half throttle for the majority of the lap. I came around left field with around 0.5 liters of fuel, and so I just gunned it, and lo and behold, Anna and I don't know, someone else, I think it was Layla, are trundling to the line, and I beat them right there. I ran out of fuel about the point I passed Anna, and P3, let's go.
Let's go indeed. What a crazy moment there for you. Congratulations for it. I hope the streak continues.
Yeah, I don't think it will in GT3, but yeah, let's see if we can keep going.
I hope so. Congratulations. Another P3 result for you.
Yep, championship incoming.
Last but certainly not least, while all the drama was going down at the front, it's been such a dominant performance for one individual. The win streak may be over here for the second race, but who cares about it? Because it's a championship, and it's number 3, Cody Lawrence, your champion of the world. Once again, an open wheel continues to be your forte here. What a dominant season you've had. Ignoring with all the issues you've had here at Silverstone, it's been a fantastic season, but take it away, man. Your 3rd championship with us.
Well, very interesting way to have that end in the end. I think it was my GPU just decided to crash mid-race, so take a look at that and see if I can't sort it out for next time. But yeah, I mean, good season. Looking forward to more open wheel when it does come. I think there's some really interesting possibilities you guys could try with open wheel. So I'd be interested to see what comes about. But yeah, I appreciate the season. Thank you for running it. Hopefully I didn't get too much in the way of the battle in the end up front. I was just trying to see if I could steal positions. Even with the championship, I still saw I was racing Danny on the same lap. So I was trying to see if I could get him in the end. But yeah, good season. Shame that's how the last race played out, but can't win them all.
Well, as somebody who's been in this open wheel environment, especially through Assetto Corsa, I mean, just take us through this championship as a whole from your perspective. Formula 4, fixed racing, the format as it was, you're the man who dominated. You put in the hours practicing, setting up whatever you could set up, just the reaction. Take us through that of this whole season as a whole for what it was.
I mean, slow open wheelers always put on very good racing, I feel. I think Christian got pole in Miami. We had a good battle there. And in the reverse grid race 2s, those have been very, very hectic. So I think you get to see the potential of what an open wheel season can do. I mean, for me, this is stuff I've done, open wheel stuff and sim racing I've done for about under 10 years. So this is I consider my expertise. I'll never say I've mastered open wheel because that's never the case. You never master anything in sim racing. You just get as close to what you potentially can do, and that's kind of the mentality I've tried to take to this as well. Is I've never thought, oh, this is the absolute maximum one can get out of a car. I always feel like there's this little tiny bit of growth anyone and everyone can do, and throughout the season, that's kind of what I focused on: how we grow, how we learn through practice. And that's kind of the North Star I would take from it, is I tried to continuously learn, and I feel like by that learning, that's what helped me to achieve the results I have this season. So that's how I look at it.
And swiftly going into this topic here, any words you'd like to make, especially for those who are in the stream, listening in, who want to be at the pace you're at, because you're no ordinary driver. You are one of the best to do it, especially the best we have seen here. So do you have a word for those who want to step up their game to get to your level?
I think it's always having a goal in mind when you're practicing. If you're practicing low fuel, I always chase feeling out of a car. If I were to say one thing, my biggest piece of advice is you want to make sure you have good feeling, like you're driving within yourself, but you're also chasing that proper feeling, that I feel like I've got a good car underneath me. I feel like I'm making progression. Biggest thing is progression isn't a linear curve. It scales to everyone and anyone. So I feel like trying to learn, trying to take new things, even if you struggle, just continuously having those goals in mind. And that's kind of how I guess that's what I'd say is my biggest piece of advice, is you'll always try to learn, you always try to achieve goals. I'm someone who's very goal oriented, and I think having goals for yourself, whether big or small, that's going to help you the most out of practice. But appreciate you guys putting on this season. It's been fun to take part in, so thank you.
And thank you so much for being a part of it likewise there. And we hope to see you very, very soon for another one.
Thank you very much.
That is Cody, your champion, his third, his hat trick. He now joins the club with drivers like Daniel Santos, Eamon Nasseir, active drivers here. Wow, what a fantastic championship, and we thank everyone for being a part of it. It was a short grid today, but it was such an amazing one coming to the very end. To our drivers in the Discord, I've sent the live stream link to check out the trailer because it's coming up now. As we fizzle out of Formula 4, it's time now we start something bigger. It's the final series. It's the first time we have had now. This is the third GT3 championship of the year. We started off in January in Dubai with the GT World Challenge. Then we swiftly had our way into the Endurance Cup at Daytona. We had another Endurance Cup race heading all the way down to the Nürburgring. It's time to complete those final two races at Le Mans and Spa directly after. It's 3 weeks of racing coming up. We hope you enjoy it. We hope to see you a part of it. GT3 has always been the biggest and the best of racing in CMRSC. We hope to see you there. If you're a driver or you're a viewer, we can't wait for it. But that's enough for me. Thank you so much for an amazing Formula 4 championship with all the support. Apologies in the chat for the technical difficulties we had for race 1 with the audio issues, but we were glad to have it sorted out for race number 2. It's time now to begin the finale of GT3 racing for this year. We kick it off with the final 2 endurance races. And I'll swift it over right now. Thank you again. Championship already dusted. What a great one. We'll see you for the future for one more GT3 championship coming your way. It all starts at Le Mans next week. Thank you for an amazing one. We'll see you out there next week. Same time, same place. We're gonna start it off with a bang because it's 5 lights and we go racing in Dubai. It's Peter with a fantastic start. He's out of there to take P number 1 in this one. He'll go to the outside. Ventord, Mike makes contact with Peter Sapo. They're all kind of shuffling up. Santos is the inside of Eamon Espear. He'll have a run down on Mike Ventord. It's contact. Peter runs up by himself. Maximilian is off. Santos takes the lead in the Grand Prix. Here comes the championship leader, Eamon Espear, as he chases down. He'll make it 3 wide on the high back to Daytona. Is there a chance on the inside? Eamon's gonna dive it down. Max is gonna push him with all his might. Eamon, does he pull it off? Side by side, gives him a taste of his own medicine. Through the top 4, get away well. It's gonna be 3 wides and into 1. Sabo goes very deep, but following behind, it's gonna be Chris Ramau. He's gonna send it down the inside as he enters the mountain. Does he? He's gonna back out that time by as Ramau trying to get a run on Maximilian Flair. He does so around the outside. He can't get it done, but no, Max will go down the inside. Eamon Espear will also go down the inside of Daniel Santos, going deep at the second part of the NGK chicane. New championship. Who dis? Here we are. 5 weeks of racing coming your way. We started off with Le Mans for the penultimate race of the Endurance Cup, followed by Spa. That will also race on the same day as the real-life 24 hours of Spa. We head on over to Sebring, followed by Buenos Aires. Sebring not been featured since 2023's IMSA Championship. Buenos Aires 2022's Race of Champions. In Portimao, Portugal as a whole, we were supposed to be at Estoril in the GT World Challenge. We weren't there, but we make it up to you with Portimao, the final one of the series. Thank you so much for an amazing Formula 4 season, and we'll see you for the beginning of the end in GT3.